Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working together step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download these in US letter or A4 to accompany each step of this series to help you. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books I have available. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find the information on a book I've written, How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guide and it's full of tips and hints on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time on exam day when you're actually working through your exam paper. So you'll find it all there at sharonbill.com. If you can like and subscribe and please share, that would be fab. And now we're going to crack on with the last paper of the 2018 Grade 1 paper booklet. So if you turn with me to page 15, and we'll make a start on paper S. So this was never actually sat as a paper, this is just given as an extra, a specimen or a sample paper. And this is just a little bit of extra revision at the end of the booklet. These exam past papers are an excellent revision resource, even the older years, even though perhaps we've now changed the format a little bit from 2018 onwards. There's still a valuable revision resource, and so I do recommend that you do lots of past papers. And so I always recommend that you have a go of these on your own first of all. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. Always write in pencil. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake then, it's always better to learn by your mistakes and you can just rub it out and have another go. Do also perhaps have a ruler to hand as well, keep everything neat and tidy, otherwise you might risk losing some marks. So I'm hoping you've had a go of this first question and I will look at this together. So question 1 asks us to add the time signatures to each of these 3 examples. So we've got 3 separate exercises which will each require a new time signature. So we know that we are going to be counting in crotchet beats or quarter notes, so our bottom number is 4, and now we need to decide how many crotchet beats or quarter note beats there are. And so if we look here, we can see we've got 4 semiquavers, 4 16th notes, and they add up to 1 crotchet, and we know this because if we just diagram out, there we have a 1 beat, a crotchet or a quarter note, which divides into 2 quavers, 2 8th notes. And if we divide again, that gives us 4 semiquavers or 4 16th notes. So we know that all of that gives us 1 crotchet beat. There's a beat, there's a beat. 1, 2, 3 over 4. We can just double check the last bar. We have 1 beat here, 2 quavers, 2 8th notes. Gives us a crotchet or a quarter note. So there's a beat and there's a beat. 1, 2, 3. So there we go. Let's look at the next one. So again, we know we're going to be counting in crotchet beats or quarter notes. So our bottom number is 4. And now we need to find out how many crotchet beats or quarter notes there are in beats in this bar. So we have 1 beat here. There's 1 crotchet beat, 1 quarter note. And then we have 2 quavers, 2 8th notes, which are half a beat each. So those 2 give us a beat. So that's 1, 2. That's 2 over 4. We can double check that here. Now here we have a half a beat with a dot after it. Now if I just sort of diagram this out, there's 1 beat. I'm going to divide it into quarters, so that's like showing each semiquaver, each 16th note. So we have a quaver which is half a beat, so that would be half a beat. A dot after a note makes it half as long again, so there's the half of the half as it were. And then we have a quarter of a beat left in this semiquaver, the 16th note, and that shows we've used up the full beat. So we've got 3 quarters and a quarter, which gives us 1 beat, and there's 1 beat. So there we go, 2, 4. We can see that again. So let's have a look at this last one. So we have a 2 beat note here, a minim or a half note, which divides into 2 crotchets. So there's 2 crotchets, 2 quarter notes. We have a quaver beat and a quaver beat. 2 halves give us a 1 beat. 2 8th notes gives us a quarter note. And we have the same, oh, I've just done that wrong. 1 second, getting carried away. So there we have 2 half a beats, which give us a full beat, a crotchet or a quarter note. 2 8th notes give us a quarter note or a crotchet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So our time signature is going to be 4/4, 4 crotchet beats, 4 quarter notes. Alternatively, we can use the time signature for common time there. So either one of those means the same thing, 4/4 common time. Let's just double check this last bar. We have 1 beat here, 1 beat here, and a minim or a half note divides into 2 beats. So there we go, 4/4. That's that question completed. Let's press on to the next question. So we're still looking at beats per bar here. Now we've got to add a rest at each of the places. There's 2 places marked with a little star to make these bars complete. There should be 4 crotchet beats, 4 quarter notes per bar. Let's see what we've got here. We've got 2 beats here. That's 2 beats as a minim or a half note. We have 1 beat here, so 2 plus 1 is 3. There should be 4, so we're 1 beat missing, 1 crotchet beat missing, and we need to show that as a rest, and a crotchet rest or a quarter note rest looks like that. Let's look at the next one. So we have 2 beats here. There's our minim or a half note, which is worth 2 crotchet beats, 2 quarter notes. We have 1 beat here, and then carrying on, we can see we've got half a beat here in this quaver, this 8th note. So we have 1, 2, 3 and a half beats. There should be 4, so we're half a beat missing. And so this is a quaver or an 8th note rest. There we go. That's that one completed. Let's move on to question 2. So we have a list of dynamics here, and we need to list them in the correct order, starting from the quietest to the loudest. They've started us off, so PP has gone. So let's just think about this for a moment. P is short for piano, which is soft. F is short for forte, which is loud. We have M, which is mezzo or middle, moderate. And then when we have 2 letters, for example, FF or PP, it's essimo, which means extra or more. So we have fortissimo, which is very loud, and pianissimo, which is very quiet. So we've started off very quiet. So now we have to choose between MP and P. Well, P is just quiet, MP is only moderately quiet. So P is quieter. So we want that next. Piano. Now we're only moderately quiet, so we're just stepping up a little bit. Mezzo piano. Now then, we're back into the forte territory now. So which is the least of these? Well, we know that FF is the loudest. That's fortissimo, extra loud, very loud. We have just generally loud with forte, and we have mezzo forte, which is only middle, moderately loud. And so that's the next step up from moderately quiet. Then we have plain old forte, which is loud. And then we end with the loudest, which is fortissimo, very loud. So there we go, that's the end of that question. We'll look at the next question in the next video. I do hope this is helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that would be fab. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. Please do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available there to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.